part that usually wears people out in business is what is the spiritual value add and how do you measure those things? Measuring ministry in business makes a lot of people feel funny. Well, you would never just chalk up sales or quality or other metric areas to just, throw it out there and hope it works. You got to have feedback loops. We think measuring inputs and outputs in both categories matter. So we'll recommend measuring things like, well, if you look at those different domains of people you serve, first do a needs assessment. Like, what are their needs and how are you trying to meet those needs? So if you got chaplaincy, we don't say, check, I have chaplaincy. That'd be a good input. We have chaplains. Okay, then what's the engagement level? Like, what percentage of employees actually engage with a chaplain? Do you have a good chaplain? Is the right service model? Are they getting value from it? Okay, that's working. And then are the chaplains seeing spiritual conversations happen? You may have Bible studies, but okay, what's participation rate in those? So you can look at participation rates as well as what's impact rates. And we found there's hundreds of measures. We measure things like in our own company, we'll measure how many times did we get a chance to pray with a vendor or a customer who had a need? We had a account manager for one of our suppliers who her husband was in the hospital, so she was out of work, and we sent flowers to her. Actually, had a chaplain go visit her and her husband in the hospital, and we're their customer. So we look for when have we had a chance to express love to people. We track money spent on employees in crisis, customers in crisis, dollars given to ministry. We'll partner with the groups like Pocket Testament League to get these little Gospels of John, and will they quantify like, hey, how many chances did we had to give one of those to a postal worker, supplier, vendor, customer, similar need? Like, let's track those deposits. Those are things you get to track and it resulted in spiritual conversation. But both those things matter. Like, what's our inputs? And then periodically go measure what's the outputs that we're getting and let that reinform what you invest in.